And now for... Jesus, Forrest, you've been gone for ages. I thought something had happened.
Something did happen. Clive the janitor might be Clive the murderer.
What?
I'll start from the beginning. The fire door locked behind me.
Welcome back to I Have to Beat It. This is Ferris 000. This is
Why did you
Killer
heave that
Frequency,
thing all the way up here?
Part 6.
Because the basement's creepy as hell, and I don't like standing around down there.
Fair. All right, let's run through this again. We have a creepy board you found in a creepy basement made by our creepy janitor who you think is the creepy whistling man.
Yep.
And on the creepy board are the names Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams.
Correct.
And you think one of these people will be the whistling man's, Clive's, next target.
That's right. And we've got to find them.
You said there are 4 locations listed there too? The hospital, the power station, the gas station, and the trailer park. Clive must think the target is at one of those locations. Forrest, you're gonna have to figure out if any of the potential targets are at one of these locations tonight. Hit the button if you need any help.
All right, let's get it. Got Chuck Brody, Kim Walker, Rebecca Allen, and Aunt Williams. Alright. Basically, you guys are playing it. You have to look through all these and basically piece which article goes with what person's name. But I did it already. So you can either cheat and take my answer, or you can figure it out yourself. But it's Chuck Brody at the gas station. If you want to know the story, just look through it. You'll figure it out. It's not that hard.
How's it going?
I'm ready, Peggy.
Are you sure? We've only got one shot at this.
I know. Let's do this.
I'm sure. Let's do this.
Okay,
Yes, get it.
name first. Who do you think the target is?
Chuck Brody
Chuck Brody.
And where will I find them?
at the gas
The
station.
gas station.
Okay, I'm dialing. One moment.
Hello?
Chuck Brody! Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but we have reason to believe the Whistling Man is coming for you. You need to get yourself and everyone else out right now.
The Whistling Man? Who the hell are you? Who is this?
This is Forrest Nash. Listen, the Whistling Man's back.
This
found a
is
list
Forrest
with your name
Nash.
on it, and
Oh, God. It's today. The year I finally let myself forget.
Forget what?
Forget what?
Forget. No, no, man. I gotta get out of here.
Dang, did he just dip?
I think he ran off.
Well,
I ain't mad at him.
fingers crossed that Chuck...
Jeez! It sounds like something blew up.
He's using bombs now?
Is Chuck?
I don't know.
Hang on. We're getting a call.
Hello?
Chuck?
Chuck!
Forrest. The whole goddamn gas station's gone up.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so. I got everyone to follow me out. The town's only ambulance was blown to hell, though. Yeah.
Well,
Damn it, that fireball threw me. I've got to get to the hospital. I'm not feeling great. Forrest, man, I can't thank you enough, but
yeah.
I gotta go.
Wait, Damn it. We lost him. What was that about today?
Oh, Forrest, the call board is lighting up. Get us into some music while I deal with this.
Here's some music while we regroup here on KFAM 189.16, The Stream.
The Scream. going up here, Peggy?
There's gotta be more in the basement to show us who Clive is targeting. And if that's the case, we can get ahead of him. Stop the killings before they can happen. Forrest, we need to go back down.
What do you
By
mean
we, you mean me, right?
Yep. Like
Right.
I said, I need to handle all these calls. Maybe start with that creepy mannequin room you mentioned before. I still have a lot of questions about those, by the way.
Me
If you leave that room, you can come down here and see. Alright, we going back down in the creepy basement. The music is so ominous down here. Well, the sounds, I should say. Not really music. And we go. This, yeah. Look like it stank down here. You. Yeah. Okay. We are looking for something else. What are we? What are
The
we looking
key. Was this always here? I must have missed it when I brought everything upstairs.
for? Okay. The key I picked up before? Oh, right here. Oh, no, that was not open like that. Basement storage key. Oh, Lord. Somebody's in here. I would have remembered the hole in that wall. And this is just, is this the storage? It's not this way. No, that's the way. Okay, man. Somebody easily could have jumped down there. Playing keys and stuff. I'm just running around. I ain't got no knife, no gun.
Hey, Forrest!
Peggy, give me some warning before yelling down the intercom.
Okay.
Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to discuss it.
Peggy, I've found a tape and a map down here.
A map of what?
Looks like it might be to somewhere in this storage area.
Weird. Well, maybe the tape will give us more information. Give it a play.
George Barrow, 1968. That's when this all began for me. Follow the maps, find the tapes. I'll be waiting.
Wait,
Hmm.
George Barrow? We all heard that he drowned after a night out drinking. Was it actually Clive? Has Clive really been the whistling man for that long?
He says I need to follow the maps and find the tapes. I guess that's what this map is about.
I think we need to see what else is hidden down here. Be careful, Forrest. Keep looking. Buzz the intercom when you found something.
Time of autopsy is 7 a.m. Cause of death is asphyxiation from drowning. The degree of rigor mortis indicates that the subject has been deceased for 5 hours. That puts the time of death.
And these are pictures of where the tapes are, I guess. I feel like something's gonna jump out on me. Okay. Secure access codes. Okay, I'm sure we're gonna need that at some point. Guess this is the wrong way.
Small lacerations to arms, legs, and face, typically obtained by running through foliage. Severe blistering to the feet, as though the deceased had been running without stopping.
This looks useful.
Alright. Let me go talk to Peggy real quick.
What have you found, Forrest?
It's an autopsy tape. Doesn't say for who, but I think it must be for George.
Poor George. He was so young.
Something's bugging me, Peggy.
What do you mean?
I swear I recognize the voice of the woman talking on the tape. I just can't place it.
Seriously? Do you think you've met her before?
I don't know. I mean, I just got here recently. I don't know. Found another tape. It talks more about how George died.
What did it say?
It sounds like he was running for his life. Sprinting through trees and bushes, getting cut up all over.
What would drive someone to do that?
I'm not sure yet. I found a police report. Mentions a friend from earlier. Sandra Sharp.
Sandra. The jazz runner?
That's right. She found George's body washed up at the reservoir.
The reservoir?
Yeah? What's strange about that?
George got cut from running through foliage, right? There's no forest around there. Also, how did it wash up at the reservoir?
What do you mean?
Reservoirs don't have tides.
But that's what the police report said.
It's not possible, though. I did a school project on reservoirs and got an A. But, yeah, not important right now. The important thing is that it doesn't make sense.
What are you suggesting then? That the body was originally found somewhere other than what the report suggests? That the sheriff tried to cover it up, but accidentally let something slip?
Something like that. I think.
Well, Sheriff Matthews wrote the report. If he hadn't
Something
been
smells
eviscerated, we
fishy.
could have asked him.
True. But Sandra is still alive. Once we're done down here, we should give her a call. Do you think you found everything, Forrest?
I think there's gotta be more down here. I need to find all the tapes.
You think so? How much did Clive hide down there? Well, if there are more tapes, then there must be more maps to follow, right?
That seems to be the case.
All right, then. Buzz the intercom when you find something and want to
I
discuss
sure
it.
will, Peggy. Are you safe in your studio locked door office? Alright. Throw this over here. Don't really need this. And this is the next one. We'll get to it. Alright, we gotta find the rest of these tapes. If you haven't watched the other ones, you might want to watch those so you'll know what's going on.
Preliminary toxicology results shows no signs of inebriation. However, a high amount of cortisol was found, indicating elevated levels of stress in the immediate moments before death.
Oh, it's on top. I thought it was inside.
Additionally, there appears to be a post-mortem injury to the arm. It looks like it was trapped in a car door.
Is that a record? I can't get it though. The heck is this?
It is the coroner's opinion that the subject likely feared for his life
Now
and
this
was
has to be
chased,
important.
resulting in a fall from a height into a body of water where he hit his head, was knocked out, and drowned. Following that, he was moved.
Dr. Sullivan, we need to have a talk. If you're listening to this, then I'm probably dead.
What the?
I'm a man who likes to stay informed. I've got subscriptions to newspapers all over the country. A few weeks ago, I noticed headlines cropping up in those papers. One after the
A new
other.
vinyl for my collection.
Each headline about
All
a
right, then.
murder. Each murder, the death of someone I knew almost 20 years ago. And each one drawing closer to Gallows Creek. Drawing closer to the anniversary. None of us are innocent. But I don't think we deserve killing. All I hope now is that I can save some folk from the worst that I can. I don't know. Do something to make up for what I did back then, I guess.
What'd you
I
do,
didn't
buddy?
kill anyone, mind you. But that's past mattering. Now, there's more I could say than I should say. But my employer made it clear that my family would pay a high price if I ever spoke out.
Man, forget him.
Hopefully I've said enough
Tell us.
for you, listener, whoever the hell you are, to start putting the truth together.
What the hell? Peggy is not going to believe this.
Alright. I think that's it. Something better not jump out. I ain't ready for that right now. Leave me alone, Whistler man. Go get Peggy. Oh yeah, and there was nothing over here. Yeah, nothing over here. I don't think so.
What have you found, Forrest?
There's also a tape about a toxicology report. There were no signs of drinking or that he was on anything.
What? But everyone said he went swimming drunk and drowned. It was in the newspaper and everything.
I found a written autopsy report.
What does it say?
According to that, it's just like you said at the start. George drowned after getting drunk. Said he liked to fight, too.
But that contradicts the tape.
I know. And I think I know why. There's a note with the report that says, "I'm sorry I made you do this, Virginia."
If it was on the autopsy report, then Virginia must be our coroner. Wait, the
Virginia.
caller from earlier, when we had to call the takeout restaurants, wasn't her name Virginia?
We need to call her back once we finish down here. It looks like she might know something about what's going on.
Yeah.
I found a tape that introduces a
guilty.
new detail to the story. Post-mortem injury. Apparently, his arm got caught in a car door.
A car door?
Yeah, after he died. How do you suppose they can tell?
How can they tell? I'm a radio producer, not a coroner.
The written report I found doesn't mention it at all.
How did his arm get trapped in a car door after he died?
Unless he got it when the police collected his body, I guess someone else must have moved him after he was dead to where he was eventually found.
Oh, this
But the
smells
report.
fishy.
What is going on here?
In another tape, the coroner comes to the same conclusion as I did. George was running from something.
Maybe an animal?
Maybe, but then there's this next bit where the coroner thinks he was moved post-death.
So she agrees with us.
With
At the end of the
Whistling
tape,
Man.
someone burst in and demanded Virginia stop recording. I think it was Clive.
This is starting to make sense now. This is a conspiracy to cover up what happened to George.
This is shady
I think I
business.
found Clive's last recording. I think Clive might be gone.
Gone?
I found a confession. Not for any killings, but for playing a part in covering up George's death. He left this behind in case he died. He hoped someone would find it.
Do you think the Whistling Man already got him?
Possibly. We've had a lot of callers tonight, but maybe not every victim made it to the phone, you know? We don't know how many there really are.
Christ, Forrest, that's dark.
I know, but Clive said he had read about other murders in other towns, and that the murders were all folks who knew about the incident. And the killings were getting closer to Gallows Creek. He said he wanted to do something good for once.
The board in his office. He wasn't tracking people down to kill them. He was tracking them down to save them. Ugh, why didn't he just come out with all of this?
He said his employer threatened his family if he spoke out about any of it.
His employer? The one who orchestrated the cover-up? Oh, Clive. I'm sorry for thinking you'd killed all those people. Do you think you found everything?
I think so.
Forrest, what's going on here?
Someone wanted that boy's death to seem like an accident, and they hired Clive to make it look that way.
Come
Wow.
back upstairs when you're ready. We need to figure out our next step.